my African vacation. I began my journey by flying to Cape Town, South Africa. I arrived there 35 hours after we left the United States. The Castle of Good Hope was our first stop. This historical monument was built in 1666 and now houses the military system of South Africa. Next, we visited Camps Bay. The breathtaking waters and fun activities attract many tourists in the warmer months. Here is the view of Camps Bay from my plane. While we were there, we also took the aerial cable to Table Mountain. This flat-topped landmark overlooks Cape Town and is the most popular destination for travelers looking for entertainment in South Africa. I then decided to leave the group to visit Two Oceans Aquarium on my own. Anyone visiting there can get a closer look at the animals' natural environment. From there, we went to see the Kalahari Trans-Frontier Park. This park is a vast wildlife preserve and has sparse vegetation, mainly because of the variety of temperature throughout the year. There, I saw a leopard and many black-maned lions which distinctly live in Africa. Next on the list was Chobe National Park, the third largest park in the country. We took an old-fashioned safari and saw many animals, including 6,000-pound elephants and the tallest mammals in the world, giraffes. While on the safari, I also learned that zebras, monkeys, and leopards all travel in groups. These 6 animals are only a part of the 2,600 mammals living in Africa. Since we were so close, we also went to Victoria Falls. There is one drop of 355 feet. We did 2 fun activities, including whitewater rafting and riverboarding on the Zambezi River. Here, everyone is able to swim through the rapids. After our entertaining activities, we continued north to see the African rainforest. My family traveled up the Zambezi River and entered Uganda to go to Kibale Forest National Park. There we learned that there is a population of 1,500 chimpanzees. These animals are exclusive to the African rainforest, along with many types of birds. Now that we have seen much African wildlife, my family decided to explore what urban parts of Africa are like. With that in mind, our next stop is Nairobi, where 46% of the population is in poverty, even though there are 184 millionaires living there currently. Next, we decided to take a tour of Mogadishu. We were warned about the many dangers from terrorism and the amount of violence in the city. I had to be careful, so I only visited the Mogadishu Cathedral, where Roman Catholics have worshipped since 1928. Our last destination was Timbuktu, Mali. We saw a world-famous mosque and were informed that these learning centers have been standing since 1327 and are also built out of natural minerals found on Earth. These buildings have been a popular attraction since the 14th century. Unfortunately, that was the last place I was able to visit in my time, but because there were so many places to travel, I made a map of where I visited. We started in Cape Town, then went to the Kalahari Desert, Chobe National Park, Victoria Falls, up the Zambezi River to get to Kibale National Park, Mogadishu, Somalia, and ended my trip in Timbuktu, Mali. Even though I wasn't able to explore all of Africa, I had an amazing time on my trip. I hope I can go back to explore more African culture.